Hey, welcome back to the Hobby Collab. Happy Mother's Day, Zach.
Happy Mother's Day, Cire, to you.
Thank you. Happy Barbarian Day also.
Yeah.
Today we're painting up some Darkoath. So as you've probably seen by the thumbnail.
Yep.
So we've got some exciting stuff. We have the Darkoath box. I've got some Outriders. You're going to be building. I'm going to be painting.
Yes.
We're taking this from two sides like barbarians do. I don't know. Is that, I don't know. I don't know what I was going with that.
That might have been rough, actually. Yeah.
All right. But hey, if you like barbarians and you like your mom, make sure you like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got a good show today.
Yeah.
Some fun stuff.
Actually, let's start off by taking a look at what you have in your
in my little box, my barbarian box here.
Yeah, these half boxes continue to be just
these are game changers.
Amazing. Now, here's the other fun story, real quick. You notice these are primed white. So you're going to talk to us about why these are primed white in a second.
Okay.
But I'm going to talk to you quickly. I'm going to talk to everybody about how they're primed white.
Yes.
And they've been primed white with a Molotov brand white primer. Now,
not affiliated.
Not affiliated yet.
Yeah.
Now, if you if you've been in Hobby Hang with me in the past week or so, you've been hearing me whine about my Amazon situation where I want black Molotov primer, and Amazon will not send it to me. I've now tried twice to get it, and they keep sending me white Molotov primer.
Yeah. Hey, is this dirty brush? These are bad brushes, right?
They're fine.
Okay, let me use Sorry.
So I would say that, yeah, I keep getting Molotov white every time I order Molotov black. And fortunately, I went on a rant into their customer service, and I'm saying, hey, I'm not returning this, dude. You sent me the wrong one.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it. I'm not sending it back. I'm not paying for it. Send me the right one. And they were like, okay, we'll send you the right one. Then they immediately sent me the wrong one again. So I have two of these now, but it turns out it's good primer.
It's really good white primer.
It's great.
Yeah, I've used Molotov black, but I've never used a white primer that goes on so smooth. So
yeah, which is good to know. So we have two bottles of it. So you should just take one home.
I might just take one home.
And I am still trying to figure out Molotov black. Meanwhile, we're really running low on Molotov black.
Yeah, this Molotov black situation is critical.
It's critical, which is not good because we prime a lot of stuff here in the studio. Yeah. So I am on the hook for figuring out how to get a bottle. I think I'm just going to use an art store. I have to say, some people have kind of told me probably why this is the case, like what has caused this. Liberty Fire's fan of the show, used to work in an Amazon warehouse. He kind of let me know most likely what's going on. The other problem is that it's not labeled anywhere on this bottle except for small and in German in the back.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That and one's white and one's black. But
well, yeah, but like we said, like you could look at this and be, oh, that's just a white bottle with black primer inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, listen, I think we've heard enough about the Molotov. Talk to us why you're priming these white even.
Well, the reason we don't have black.
we do have black.
No, so I'm going to be painting these. All right, hey, if you watch our channel, you might know that I put out a tutorial on bone armor recently.
Okay.
So that's actually where this is coming from. I'm going to be painting these bone colors. So starting from a black, starting from a brown doesn't ultimately matter. In fact, starting from white prime might actually be easier to get these colors on. So yeah, honestly, it's just because it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm excited to paint Darkoath. These are pretty great models. They put together a little odd. The head is 3 pieces.
Oh, that's it.
It's 2 sides and then a front. It's a little weird. Oh, party time.
That's unusual for just like a human infantry.
Yeah.
Or cavalry in this case.
Yeah. Thanks to Liberty Fires. Hi, friends. Just wanted to jump in and say how awesome y'all are. Thank you. I appreciate everything y'all do. It motivates me to paint my best. Justice for Avatar.
Yeah.
What a nice sentiment, and these ruined it at the end.
We appreciate it. Again, yeah, we have to wonder if you snuck that Justice for Avatar in. If that was all just like some padding. Also, thanks to people who sent us some of their membership posts. So we've got one from Megan. Megan's out of town. Megan will be out of town for the week.
That's right.
So she is at the airport right now, and she says, oh, hey, I had a free super chat. That's cool.
I think she's prodding other people to use their free. I think that's what that was.
Yeah. Meg has not been a member for very long.
Yeah, wow, that's a little odd.
Yeah, that's odd. Soups says, 2 months, LOL. What a part-timer. Yeah.
Soups knows.
He gets it. Thanks, Soups. And Polychrome says, top 3 things to do when Mega's out of town.
Okay. Barbarian shit. Gangster shit.
Yeah.
Hood rat shit. That's a good 3.
Okay. Let's see. Mega's messaged me and saying that I'm quiet, but you're really loud.
Oh, why don't you speak louder?
Yeah, I don't know.
Should be on mono sound.
Should be on mono sound, yeah. Interesting.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, maybe I just need to talk louder.
Here, I'll move my mic down a little bit. How's that? Put it on the L for... Oh, wait.
That's not going to work.
That's not going to work.
Huh, interesting. Guys, do I sound super quiet
Okay.
right now?
Oh my
Just
God.
let me know. I'm going to... Okay, so you're painting them bone, and as a result of that, it doesn't super matter
Yeah,
what... Yeah.
The base code doesn't really matter. All right, how are we? I moved my mic down here. I'm gonna grab this thing here. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Molecule,
Yeah, thanks, Molecule.
for that
Okay.
membership.
So, meanwhile, what I'm doing over here is assembling Cire's chumps.
That's right.
The infantry
Chumpiest of
chumps.
chumps.
Yeah, so I am assembling the infantry dudes, the infantry Darkoath guys. And you said you want spears. Hard to know what's going to happen in 4th Ed.
Yeah.
With everyone going to a 3-inch range in combat, my guess is something's going to be changing.
Yes.
I'm thinking it's just going to be a stat line, and that's that.
I'm guessing it's gonna be something like countercharge or something like.
You think so? I think it's just going to all be the same.
Oh, you think so? I
Yeah.
think they'll just simplify all the lines.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I think so. I mean, they've already shown that with clan rats. There wasn't, they showed the clan rat sheet, and
Oh, they're just all the same.
yeah, Kyle, good to see you too. I will be at Old Town Throwdown, and I will also be at Small Town Throwdown in less than a month.
Ooh.
I didn't actually see your name in Small Town. I don't know if you're going to that, Kyle, but I will be at both, and I'll be at Old Town Throwdown. I'm doing the whole Old Town Throwdowns
All of them.
shebang this year. So will be good to see you as well. Okay, cool. So folks, we do have a poll,
Yeah.
which is, where do you take your mother for Mother's Day? Today is Mother's Day, as was mentioned. What do you get your mother for Mother's Day? Or do you take her somewhere? Do you get her flowers? Do you take her out to the restaurant? Do you give her some of your very valuable time? Or do you get her squad marks? Get your squad marks at squadmarks.com. Click below for the affiliate link for squadmarks.com. Never a bad idea to
get your mom's
to
squad
make
marks.
sure there's enough squad marks in the house. We'll end the poll a little bit later, as we always do. In the meantime, I'm now on the hunt for C14, C15, and C23. There's a lot of... Wait, are these 2 of the same thing?
I have no idea. I didn't build them.
Oh, yeah, it's 2 of the same. Okay, I'm going to set one down.
All right. You want to give me the camera? I'm going to start spraying. All right. I've got... Here, I'll move over a little bit. I've got English uniform. So this is my base coat for brown bone armor.
Yeah.
Oop. I may not have thinned it enough. There we go. So this is going to be a nice brown. Yeah, this is not thinned enough.
Should we keep the camera on you while you...
Yeah, you can see how I thin paints. That's what everyone wants to see.
Thanks for being here. If you're in the U.S., it's Mother's Day. The UK people we know just had their Mother's Day like last month.
Oh, really?
Do you remember that?
No, I didn't realize we had different Mother's Day.
We have different Mother's Days, yeah. My mom passed in 2015, so I don't really have a lot of Mother's Day action anymore.
That's a way to put it.
Which is fine. So yeah, that's me. What about you, Cire? Are you doing something with your mother later today?
Probably not today because
No.
I'm here.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah, we'll probably go out for dinner.
okay.
Gifts, cards. With Holly's mom, we did a dinner yesterday, so
Oh, nice.
yeah, that was nice. Holly's mom keeps track of our subscriber count closer than I do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so she'll let us know when we pass milestones.
Was she excited about 5,000?
No, she was very excited.
Yeah, we did just get 5,000 subs, and that was really exciting. Honestly, it's a milestone.
It's a milestone for sure.
It's a milestone. 10 and 20 are really exciting, obviously, but yeah, we're not gonna turn our noses up at 5,000 for sure. Yeah, and it's the crazy thing is, and this is kind of the nature of how YouTube works. The crazy thing is that we got 2,000 in 7 months, and we've gone 3,000 more in about 5 months.
Yeah, the ball just keeps rolling.
So yeah, that's not, those numbers aren't quite right.
But
It's about 5 and 5, closer to like 2,000 5 months. The next 5 months, 3,000, which means more.
means more.
Acceleration. Yeah. I feel like I don't have enough space here today. What's going on?
It's because you have a 3 for sprue. Did you show people that?
3. Yeah, I have look at this sprue. It's 3.
Game Workshop, out of control.
It's 3 things. I've not seen them do that before, I'll be honest. Does anybody else know? Is there a 3 for sprue out there I'm missing? I don't know about.
I think it's a new thing for army boxes, or these whatever you call them boxes.
FOMO boxes, we
FOMO
call them.
boxes.
But that's weird because like this is going to go to a normal. I mean, they'll just break it up for.
Yeah.
That means someone has the job somewhere at GW of taking these sprues and breaking them apart. Have you ever thought about that?
I'm sure that there's probably a machine.
You think so?
Oh yeah. There's probably.
Guys, do you think that's a machine, or do you think someone actually?
No, that's the artist's job. What do you think Darren Latham's doing? Once he builds, he sculpts them in 3D, and then he has to go down to the floor and break them apart.
You know who's I think it's more like that Daryl Latham. They send Daryl Latham boxes of them.
Yeah, and he breaks them.
And he breaks them apart.
They send him to the U.S.
They send him to the U.S. to prison to Daryl Latham, and he breaks them apart for 15 cents an hour.
And then they send it back, and that's why GW prices are higher now.
He breaks them apart for a carton of
Marlboro.
Marlboros a week. Oh my gosh.
All right. So later we're going to talk about barbarians. So we want to know what do you consider an act of barbarity in the hobby?
Yeah, what's like a not gaming. That's a whole nother animal. We could get into a lot of that. We'll refrain from going down that road today.
Yeah.
But hobby practices like
we're not going to spoil it because we have a whole list of barbaric hobby practices.
Yeah, we'll get to our segment in a little bit. Just things that this thing happens with hobbyists. I don't know if you, sorry, you and I actually have weirdly not done this to each other that much. And I think it's because we're decent, normal human beings. But like even...
Are we?
Well, in a way. And in this way, at least. This thing happens, and like I'm not going to call out specific people. I'm just going to say that many of them are often my friends. And in like my gaming club and stuff, and we see each other's miniatures, and we're like, oh wow, nice army, your army's so cool, or like, wow, you did a really good job painting this, cool. Then you go over to their like for a hobby day or something, or like, and you're sitting there hobbying together, and you like, dude, so many freaking people on Fault Line. I'm doing something, look over and like, why do you do that? You should do it this way. And like, like 2 weeks ago, you just told me my army looks nice. So like, what the F do you care? Why do you care? What do you... Have you like ever been around anybody who has like called out some way you're doing something, and you're like, listen, I'm not having a problem with the way my stuff's coming out. Can you explain to me why?
You're having a moment?
Right. Like, why are you telling me, like, I don't know. So that's a thing.
I'm already seeing some that we might be talking about.
Yeah, me too. I know. I like them.
Yeah. What are barbaric practices? Let us know in the chat. It's back in Maze too. Ecstasy and agony. Yeah, you're right. We need to get this Mother's Day pipeline optimized.
Mother's Day pipeline?
Yeah. Why is Mother's Day different in every country?
Oh yeah, I know, right?
It's just inefficient.
Cody says only using clippers, not knife.
Barbaric.
Yeah. All right, now one thing I am going to be doing. Well, actually, I don't have to if you don't want me to. Do you want me to keep shields separate? Shields are very separate.
Shields separate.
Shields separate. Okay.
Yeah. Shields are very easily painted separately.
I'll be honest. You tossed me some barbaric. With your. I was like, do you want me to? You had the bases here for me. I was like, well, he doesn't want me to do anything with those, I guess. And you're like, no, I plastic glue my model onto the base.
So that's not something I didn't used to do that.
Okay.
But I've come around to it after having my models fall off so many times, break off the bases. I've come around to just gluing them to the base.
I feel like, I gotta be honest with you, I feel like I've gone kind of back and forth.
Really?
Oh wow, this model is a separate tactical rock.
Jeez.
It's like on the sprue by itself. But I guess I'll just glue it on because apparently Cire glues everything to his bases. Yeah, I've gone back and forth. I started by doing it, then I stopped doing it, then I went back to doing it. Currently, I do this thing, and it's a lot of work. Well, not a lot of work, but currently I do this thing, Cire, where I'm trying to think how to say this. I've talked about this before. I use what I think is not a good brand of super glue. And I also use the spray accelerator, which I'm told
is not as
makes things brittle.
Yeah.
And then I super glue my model onto the base and very lightly on one thick breaking point. I try to find the best point where I'm going to be able to break it off later. I paint the whole model so I can use my handle and so I'm not touching the model too much and everything. I paint the model as much as I can, and then I snap it off. And then, because my bases are usually done, and they're like, oftentimes I'll do bases before I do anything else.
Yeah. I think it depends on your style of basing, right?
Yes.
So like the Flesh Eater course, we basically did a dip, where we dip it in sand.
We could have glued them on.
Yeah, gluing them on and then just dipping them with a little bit of PVA glue on the base.
Actually, we did.
Yeah, I think we did dip them.
We did glue them on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's faster if you're doing that way, but like I had these custodian bases that I was doing, super intricate jungle bases. There's no way I would have glued the models on. It would have been too complicated to work around.
Too messy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mostly have not. So I really haven't for the Night Haunt, for that like Midnight Desert look I'm doing with the Musu Black. I didn't for the cities because they are on cobblestone, those cobblestone bases I made. Yeah, I mostly don't. My preference is not to, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Oh, we forgot to do this too. Hey, if you want to support the channel, we already did the like and subscribe thing.
Yeah.
But if you want to support the channel, you can send us super chats.
You can. Super chats.
And memberships.
Yeah,
they help a lot.
We have some more mail coming, by the way.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, I also need to give people an update. I don't have a picture queued up here, but I am growing my
mushrooms.
My Italian oyster mushrooms from that gnome Chomsky sent us. Definitely recommend checking out Madcap. No, why can't I not remember the name of his company right now? Hold on, it's here. Definitely recommend checking him out. I actually went to the website and checked it out today because I kind of have not currently. Or he sent me one, and then I went and I checked out the other ones he's got. Pretty amazing. They look very exciting. the other ones, Mighty Cap mushrooms. Sorry.
Mighty Cap.
And it's out here in Paso Robles in California. And the boxes aren't that expensive, and you get a few harvests from each one. They say 2. Gnome said you can probably get 3.
Okay.
And it's easy. You just rip open this box and spray it with water every now and then. Not
Okay.
every now and then, like pretty frequently, but it's easy to do.
Yeah, it's a low maintenance
Yeah.
kind of deal.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's a fun little project. It's a fun little time occupier, and getting to watch something grow, and so definitely recommend checking it out. That's all right. I'm plugging a mushroom growing kit on a Warhammer hobby channel.
There's a line there.
There's a line.
There's a 3 line.
So wait, should we jump into some of these hobby?
Do you want to do? We want to break it up into multiple
We could
sections. We can do 4 and 4.
We could break it up. Okay, let's do.
All right, we're gonna break into our first hobby. Barbarian.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Not cleaning mold lines.
This one, I think what you're gonna find as we go through some of these, you're gonna find that there are some of them are gonna cause some. What's gonna happen is like you're gonna trigger 1 or 2 people to speak up and be like, well, wait, I blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I mean?
I have bad news. You're a barbarian.
I think right. I think not cleaning mold lines. It'd be very hard to find anybody who would defend that.
Also, yeah, we need to clarify. If you're a beginner, these don't count. People make mistakes.
Yeah, in the age of the internet, it's hard to imagine even a beginner getting some of these wrong. But I think not cleaning mold lines is up there. Like, you got to clean mold lines. I mean, if you don't clean a mold line and you go to start painting and you apply a wash,
Oh, you're gonna see it.
You'll
Or dry brush.
or dry brush, you'll be like, oh, ouch, right?
Yeah.
So, oh no, mouse to mixer. We have to change that. Here, I'll change it. Sorry. Good call.
Good
Meg.
call.
So, yeah, I would say personally, that it's pretty easy to never encounter somebody in your entire hobby career. I don't know. What do you think? Never encounter somebody in your entire hobby career who doesn't clean mold lines.
I mean, the answer is simple.
You're a barbarian.
If you don't, you're a barbarian. You stand against civilized society.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, what we should say, what I think is fair to say, is that there are degrees to cleaning. There absolutely are degrees to cleaning mold lines.
Oh yeah.
And what I would say is, I know for a fact that I clean mold lines have been known to historically be sloppier about it compared to Megan and Brett, and probably you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what makes me sloppy about it?
Just blend it with your paint job.
Typically, though, what I will say, and this is why I think I'm right and you 3 are wrong, is that in anything I've painted in the past few years, I've never painted or picked up with paint a mold line.
Okay.
So I think for the most part, I'm doing exactly enough that needs to be done, but I don't think I'm doing this like kind of extra love and care that I know Brett loves to do, where a model looks completely done and he's like, you see him put a sanding stick away and pull out another sanding stick. You're like, dude, you got to get painting. Like, that can't possibly need that. But I
hit it with nail polishing sticks. Have you ever seen those?
I have.
It's like 18,000 grit.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think you guys are a little insane. I don't know, maybe not barbarians, but what's the opposite of barbarian?
A nobility.
Nerd. Yeah. Dandy.
Yeah.
Dandy. Yeah, you guys are, to me, dandies about it. But I guess that's just like, it's a fine line between dandy and
barbarian.
Sorry, not a fine
line. Well, it's a mold line.
Yeah.
Is the line between.
All right, boy, do I have some thoughts on this.
Oh
one.
yeah.
What do you?
All right, you're the one who told me about this. I didn't
this.
even know this was a thing.
I told you about this, and I told you about it because didn't this like come up recently for us? Do you remember how? Okay, not the guy. I told you about the guy that tried to join Fault Line.
Yes.
And couldn't, and had to not join the club because he couldn't wrap his head around this concept.
Yes.
But something else prompted this story, and I don't remember what it was. Do you remember what it was?
Oh, it was. I think it was base rims. Color of base rims, because that's a hot topic around here.
Okay. Yeah, base rim colors are a hot topic. Where do you fall in base rim colors? You like black?
I like black. I'm fine with other colors, as long as it doesn't distract from the model.
Okay. I like other colors. And recently what I've been doing that has even gotten Brett into other colors is I've been doing like black tints.
Okay.
Like the cities from afar, you're like, oh, black rims. But when you get up close, I use this AK color, Tenebris Gray. You know that color?
Yeah. It's like it's a dark color, though.
It's a super dark mauve, basically, yeah. I use Tenebris Gray. On my new Nighthaunt army, I use the Musu Black.
Yeah. Here's what I think the actual line is. I don't think you should have saturated colors.
My daughters, I think, have a saturated color.
You're barbarian. But that's not on the list, but...
That's, I have the purple rims on my
that's
barbarian,
barbaric.
But I like it. So...
Why even assemble the model? Just here's a base. It's just empty. Just imagine.
I like how he still buys it though. He doesn't bother to use like coins. Even he does buy it.
Yeah.
He just puts.
Hey, look, I put my time and money into it, so.
Yeah, that's what they should do with Old World. Just buy the box and set the box down.
Just buy.
Who's the boxer? Square base. Look, I'm in a rank here. I'm in formation. All right, so I'll tell briefly this story that I told Cire. There's this guy, so in our club, in Fault Line, the 40K club here we have in the Bay Area, you have to play 3 trial games to get into the club. And we have a number of things you have to do. That's one of them. Everything has to be fully painted and fully based. Now, if you show up to trial games and stuff of yours isn't fully painted and are fully based, typically what ends up happening is we might say something to you after 3. First of all, we'll let you know right away.
Like, hey.
To really join the club, it's going to be fully painted and fully based.
Yeah.
And then if we go ahead and say, you can go ahead and play your trial games, but just so you know.
In order to join the club.
And fully painted is for real. Now, oh my God, I want to say like 2 years ago, but the honest reality is it's probably been 6 or 7 years. About 6 or 7 years ago, no, because the club is only 2015. Oh my God, the club is 2016. Oh my God, the club's gonna be 10 years old soon.
Jeez.
Yeah, probably 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
A young man came to join the club. He was one of the younger guys we ever had join the club, but he was very nice. He was very mature. He had just moved to the area, and he was kind of this bright-eyed, super positive guy, and was just a cool Midwestern, happy-go-lucky dude with a Death Watch army. Those are the racist Marines, right? Extra racist Marines, yeah.
Well, they're all kind of... That's the Black Templars is what you're thinking of.
Oh, yeah. And so he shows up, and kind of the first thing I noticed about this guy is that he doesn't have... his bases are just black.
Yeah.
And the models are fully painted. Mm-hmm. And it's a very nice paint job, especially for someone who was like 24. Yeah. Really good paint job. And I was kind of like, okay. And so I played one of my trial games with him, and 2 other people played trial games. I played the last game with him. Mm-hmm. Or maybe I didn't, but I was the president of the club at the time. So I walked up to him. I was like, hey, listen, so the 2 other people who had played were there. After my game, or after one of their games, I walked over and I was like, hey, what do you think? Yes, no, and everyone gave a thumbs up. I went over and was like, hey, listen, so we want to let you know you're in the club. Yeah. However, just so you know, we need you to base your models. And so what we're gonna just say is, you got to base these in 6 months, or we're gonna boot you. And he goes, they're based. Yeah. I was like, no. I was like, I mean, you gotta like, like mine. I point to mine. Yeah. So you gotta put something on here.
Like basing material, like, sand or something.
No, I'm gonna do them just like this. I was like, oh, what's happening here? Like in my head, I was like, oh my God. I was like, no, you can't. You gotta finish the bases.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, well, the thing is, he's like, I can't do that because it's like, it blows my mind to like, if I do a desert base and I go play on a snowboard, it like, just like, I can't wrap my head around that. Is like the term he used. He's like, it's just so crazy to me. Like, it looks so wrong and it doesn't make any sense. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, and he was like, he told me, he was like, I tried using clear acrylic bases and putting them on that so that it looked like they were on whatever terrain we were on. He's like, but then they just all looked like they were like floating, like 6 inches off the ground. And I was like, yeah, I don't actually, to be honest with you, I don't think we would accept that either. Anyway, I was like, no, you got to finish them.
Yeah, and this is not finished.
And I like at first I thought we were having like a funny conversation.
Yeah.
But then like it became obvious that like
no, he's serious.
He was like, dude, I'm not fucking with my mom. Like if it comes to between joining the club and because you make me put like gravel or shit on my bases or not, I'm gonna not join the club. and so he didn't join the club. Yeah, Meg, that's she's like a few seconds behind us. But yeah, no, it looks stupid, and also I don't think I would have accepted that.
I would say that's more acceptable. I don't personally don't love it, but that's not barbarian mentality.
Listen, Cire, one day you can be president of Fault Line and you can let all kinds of garbage basing in. But for me, and that day and that time when I was running things, I was like, no, dude, no clear acrylic. Yes, you're right, it will look stupid. And then second, you're out of here, bro. So we never saw that guy again.
That is barbaric mentality.
That's the story, yeah. We were pretty...
Well, here's my thing. It still looks like it's just on a black... He's just standing on a black circle.
What does it look like instead?
Yeah.
One of the things we told him is we were like, well, listen, instead of doing an environment, why don't you do like the inside of a spaceship or something?
Yeah.
Like something that is like not that different from what you have.
Yeah.
We were like, or like asphalt, so that they're like on roads in the environment or whatever. And he just like, he wouldn't do it. He was real
adamant.
And so we're like, cool, well, you can go to the store. You can find out when the store is having its Warhammer night, and you can go play with whoever shows up that happens to show up there.
His logic is no molecule. It's not internally consistent, because then these Marines are just standing on a black void.
The black void makes no sense either.
Yeah.
Yeah. He could have picked. There are things he could have picked that would have made more sense. And again, I'm gonna say like, oh, this is what the inside of a Corvus Black Star looks like.
Yeah.
Right. So they're like, it's just so bizarre. And I don't know what like.
Here's my answer. You put some like clear thing, right? But then you put like a little bit of like a holographic, like almost like a ship is looking at them, and it's like it has a circle around the unit.
Okay.
So it'd be like a green, like I don't know, like computer looking shit, like green UI over a like someone saying with a video game. Yeah, like they were selecting a video game. So when you select someone in a video game, puts like a little circle around it.
He could have done.
You could have done that. That would have been considered. It would have been like, oh, they're looking at this is the Corvus Black Star is tracking the units on the battlefield.
Freaking wild, dude.
Anyway, I agree. That's barbarian mentality. He's a noble savage.
What if they flocked it black? No, Meg. All right. Doesn't change paint water. I know somebody like this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's Meg. Meg will...
Meg, you're a double barbarian on here. I need you to know.
Meg will stretch paint water way further than you think anyone would.
And this is multiple things. This is just taking too long, just using the same water that's been sitting out for a week. Barbarian mentality. Metallic water going back to non-metallic. Barbarian mentality.
You know what's funny about that? I will confess to being that barbarian.
I mean, I do that too. I do that.
But here's what I learned. If you are painting... Well, it took me a while. It took me a particular circumstance to have it backfire on me.
Uh-huh.
And that circumstance was when I was painting the Freehill steel helms.
Yeah.
And they are a lot of metallic. Mm-hmm. And then I would switch to non-metallic something.
Right.
And I saw the little flakes in my paint or whatever.
Yeah.
Especially like a wash.
Yeah, especially washes.
Especially a wash. And that's what happened. That's what caused me to do it. I've never, like, when I was painting my tower, my Suriani, they're like 99% non-metallic and then like one little metallic thing. It doesn't really matter. And I usually did the metallic thing last or something like that. So it hasn't historically mattered for me, and I always wondered why people freaked out so much about it.
Yeah.
And then I realized it's if the model is a lot of metallic, and then you're going to use washes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely matters.
Which is, but it's fine if you're washing metallics.
Well, kind of, but not really even, because it changes kind of like those flakes get in there, and I mean, I guess when it dries, it probably dries okay.
Yeah.
But it's scary when you're like washing it. Anyway, and then Meg, every day. I don't know what these fools are talking about. No, Meg, every day. She changes it every day. We will come in here on like a Sunday. We'll come in here and stream. Then we'll go get lunch. Then we'll be sitting back here at 1 p.m., 1:30 p.m. maybe, painting until 9:30 p.m. And I look over there at like 8:45, and it looks like Yoo-hoo in the. It looks like someone
like chocolate milk.
It looks like chocolate milk in the thing, and she's just like still using it. She's thinning paints with it. I'm like, what are you doing? I've never actually said anything to her until right now, so she's probably feeling attacked. Sorry, Meg.
This is the best time to do it. She can't say anything back.
Meg's out of town, so she's getting all the Meg news, all the dirty Meg secrets.
All right, we got one more before and then we'll come back to these later on in the stream.
Yeah, and then we got to close this poll soon and figure out what people do with their.
All right, this is only half the list of barbaric things that people do.
Oh,
hey, I found a picture of Timbit. This is Timbit, everyone.
This is an actual photo of what Timbit.
Yeah, this is actual Timbit photo. Doesn't use primer.
I mean, the guy's an award-winning painter.
He is.
The guy's going to be giving our mandrills classes.
Yeah, barbarian.
Total barbarian.
James Earl Jones, barbarian level.
Wow. Okay. I have some thoughts on this. What about you? I've been gabbing. Tell me your thoughts
On primer?
I mean, just
It doesn't adhere. I've always had problems with non-priming. It doesn't adhere.
Okay.
Especially if you do like heavy like oil washes, it'll get right under the paint.
Oil is a problem.
It'll get right under the paint and lift it all up.
My guess is Timbit knows when he needs to prime and doesn't. And I mean, he's a very strong painter.
I feel like Timbit probably doesn't resort to oil washes. He's too good for that.
He might not be using oil wash.
Yeah.
He might not be using any oil.
Yeah.
It's also possible, I don't know. Do you feel like if you base coat it with if you got Abtalong in a good consistency and just brush base coat it with Abtalong, it might be okay?
Abtalong is pretty good. Abtalong paint adheres pretty good. But no, I just prime your models.
It still is uncomfortable. You're still uncomfortable with it.
Just prime it.
Here's what I'll say. I have noticed, and I know for those of you who have been watching our hobby streams for a while, or the conversation I'm about to have, I know for a fact Brett and I have had on stream before. So sorry if I'm repeating myself once again. What I will say is that there is this plethora of advice that comes from hobbyists who were hitting their heyday in the mid-late 90s, maybe even earlier, that bubbles up to young people. I'm 41. I'm considering myself a young person. I'm middle-aged, actually. That's probably a good way to think of me for this, because I've seen bad advice from the grognards passed to younger people, and I've literally said,
Don't listen to that.
You don't have to do that. But it's not that it's bad advice. It's that it's often unnecessary advice.
Outdated.
And it comes from a world of worse paint.
Yep. Metal models.
That's probably it. It's probably and
harsh paints like enamels and oils.
Harsh paints, less airbrushing.
Yeah.
Airbrushing really adheres paint to a model.
Yes.
Quite well. So what I will say is, I have seen. Oh, you gotta put You have to seal your models.
Yeah.
You have to put varnish. We put varnish on models because it smooths out the finishes, it unifies the finishes.
Yeah.
And you, for example, our Stormcast army that you painted, mostly, largely not varnished.
Mostly unvarnished, yeah.
Mostly completely unvarnished because you don't want to matte varnish over metallics.
Yeah.
And there's no sense of putting gloss over.
If it's already shiny.
If it's already shiny. So yeah, like that Stormcast army we have on stream, we use on the channel, not varnished.
Yeah. But primed because we're not psychos.
But primed because we're not psychos. So there is a lot of bad advice that is unnecessary. Quick aside as we wrap up this half of the segment, I have a funny story about this that I can tell you one time, Cire.
Okay.
I was at Game Castle. Meg was there with me. And, you know, nerds will do this thing where, like, if somebody asks the Game Castle employee whether the Game Castle employee gives a answer or not, some nerd will jump in and add to the answer. And I don't know, I have to say, without calling any gender out, I'm going to call gender out. Men, I don't know if you noticed this, specifically love to do this if the person asking a question is a woman, or if the person giving the answer, the Game Castle employee in this case, is a woman, such as, I don't know, our dear friend Lindsay. Anyway, who has a million of these stories if you ever want to hear some.
Lindsay doesn't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, Lindsay
apparently.
never knows what she's talking about. Lindsay has a million stories of someone materializing behind an aisle and saying something like, actually. So, Chelsea.
I think I know who this is. Thank you, Chelsea. Tell Malcolm I'll be on Helldivers later.
Okay. We'll get to the super chat in a second. So, what we were gonna say is, Meg and I were there, and somebody asked for thinner for their paint, and it might have been airbrush, I'm not sure. And Game Castle didn't have any at the time. It wasn't airbrush. Then they were new, they were getting into the hobby.
Yeah.
And this nerd was like, actually, you can just use cleaner as thinner. And the GK, it wasn't Lindsay, it was a dude, and he was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the nerd left. And I'm not like this. I don't like talking to strangers, and I don't like getting involved in other people's business. But I was like, hey, listen, don't do that.
Don't do that.
I was like probably a thinner is going to have like a degree of a detergent, or a cleaner is going to
it's
have
an
like
emulsifier.
An emulsifier, or de-emulsifier.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It's going to break apart atoms.
Yeah.
I didn't say that, but I was like, it's going to have a detergent.
Yeah.
Or I didn't say de-emulsifier, but I was like, it's going to break apart the paint, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's what it does. And the guy's like, oh, yeah, I kind of was not going to do that anyway. He was like, yeah, that didn't sound right to me either. And I was like, yeah, that was bad. He should be arrested. We should call the cops.
Yeah, we should call the authorities.
As soon as he left, like, you know, like the scenes where like someone comes in and robs a store with a gun, and everyone's down. And then he leaves, and everyone's like,
oh my god.
Oh my god.
Police.
Everyone okay? Call the police. That's what should have happened when he did that. When he was like, you can use. Everyone should have went to ground. Did anyone see his height?
Oh my god.
No. Did anyone?
The barbarian just broke into the store.
The barbarian just broke into the store. Gave the worst hobby advice ever.
Yeah.
You know that? Have you ever noticed this? Like, you probably knew this. Like in a 7-Eleven, there's like a meter sticker.
Yeah, the side.
That's like to do a height.
Yeah, when someone's like running out of the store, if they rob you.
Game Castle needs to add one of those now, so that when they get
bad advice,
Lindsay can be like, 911.
I need a description.
Oh yeah, this guy was probably 5'2", definitely single. Yeah,
definitely single.
Lindsay. Oh, he's 5'2", definitely single.
Definitely single. Yeah. Yeah, he just gave some wild advice. He's trying to ruin people's investments in models.
Anyway,
we should have story time with Lindsay.
We should have Lindsay do story time of her favorite Game Castle
moments.
Yes. Barbarian raid at Game Castle. Okay, so you think you know? Is this Is this Holly's sister?
No, that's a friend of mine's
Oh,
wife.
friend of yours wife. Okay.
Yes.
Hello,
Also a friend of mine.
Chelsea says, just want to show some love to the channel. Have a great stream.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
friend of Cire.
Thank you.
Polychrome. Also, thank you.
Thank you,
Polychrome is
Polychrome.
gifted at 5 memberships. We super appreciate that, Polychrome.
Polychrome keeping the channel alive. Thank you. Appreciate
Polychrome already dropped some of the.
Polychrome strikes me as maybe someone who's a barbarian.
Well, he guessed a bunch of the barbarian ones.
Okay,
already.
so maybe he's not a
He
barbarian.
said a few of them, yeah.
All right, everyone, quick count. We did 4 already. How barbarian are you?
Yeah,
I'm probably a 1. I'm a single barbarian.
You're
Level 1 barbarian.
Which one? There's one that I like defended a little bit.
Mold Lines was yours.
Well, no. Like if you're visibly if mold lines are visibly happening,
Yeah.
then you're a barbarian. If you're okay with visible mold lines on your models, then you are a nightmare.
Well, this is where I'm at. Is okay. I try to clean mold lines off. I do the sanding stick. I do the hobby knife. All that. I do polishing sticks sometimes. But sometimes you miss one. And if I'm 60% or more done with a paint job, and it's like I haven't seen it until now, and no one's gonna ever see it anyway, so I'll just ignore it.
That's probably where I am nowadays.
Yeah. So I'm like one of the I'm like a southern barbarian. You know, the barbarians that live between. They like do trade with like regular civilized.
Yeah.
I'm the in between.
Like the Gauls.
Yeah.
You're a Gaul.
Yeah. Like people call me barbarian, but like I'm not really. You just don't understand me.
Listen, I haven't done anything wrong.
Uh-huh.
I haven't ruined any models.
Oh,
Everyone
God.
calm down. But I just cut off a pair of legs for this person.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize there are 2 leg options, so
Okay.
it's fine. This is
Well,
here.
it's broken. It's broken.
I mean, it's bits. It's a bit. I basically cut out a bit for you.
Sweet, thank you. I could use that for when my second Darkoath box comes. Because, hey, you want us to talk about barbarians?
Oh, wait a second. This is only from one Darkoath box?
Yes.
Do you get 20 of these guys or 10?
10. Should be 10. Pretty sure it's 10. How many?
Five sculpts twice?
Oh, maybe it is 20. How many things are there? How many
Did you guys hear
bases?
that question? Did you guys
How
hear
many
that-
bases? I was pointing.
Did you guys hear that question? How many things are there?
How many things are there?
To me, this doesn't look like 10.
Normally it says how many models.
I think you have 40 Darkoath set,
20. It'd be 20 Darkoath.
but you have 2 boxes.
Oh yeah.
So
Well.
20 times 2.
Oh my God, we have a Darkoath army now.
Well, no, because everything's like 80 points.
Yeah.
Wow. Have fun painting 40. Have you?
Oh, it is 20.
Have you painted 40 little guys before?
No, I don't do. I
You
don't do
this.
armies like
isn't
this.
You. This isn't.
Oh
Oh,
my
wow.
God.
Are you gonna do it? This is
No,
exacting.
we're gonna do it on stream. Is how we're gonna do
I
it.
will help you. Dude, I love, you know me, I love painting
my God.
60 of the same thing.
I broke down like a barbarian just now. Huh?
Oh, I can't do
I can't do math.
Listen, I have 3 numbers, 1, 2, and many.
Yeah. How many do we have?
Many.
Many. Oh,
Many.
many. Double. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah. So we have 40. Yeah. Speaking of barbarians, I'm not gonna. I don't know. I don't want to call it this specific company. Man, they have some barbarian. No, not GW. So they have some barbarian style practices. So I pre-ordered this box, and they said, all right, it'll arrive between this. It'll arrive on this day. It didn't arrive on that day, so I messaged them and said, hey, like, what's up with this order? They didn't message me back for 3 days, so I said, hey, cancel this order. The day I get back to him, I was like, oh, hey, yeah, I'll cancel it. Next day, says, oh, hey, actually, I already sent it.
I
can't return it. Sorry, I already said.
One of the things that I thought and wanted and still do about the Hobby Collab when we started is I wanted it to kind of be like, this industry is an industry for nerds by nerds, and we don't need like a finance guy or a tech bro getting involved and saying like, here's how it should be run or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Either on YouTube or as a company. And quite frankly, one of the things that we all talk about is how stupid and weird GW decisions, business decisions seem to be all the time.
Yes.
And I think we're forgetting that while we imagine there's some kind of middle ground, there probably is a very small middle ground between running your company like Games Workshop and running your company like, I don't know, like...
Loaded Dice Games, just to call out.
No. Yeah, I was going to say GW's more like Loaded Dice Games. I was going to say, Tesco or Walmart or Amazon, right? Like being a big...
What is up with this?
That's matte, not ultra matte, right?
Oh my god.
Wait, right?
It is. It's also really thick.
The ultra matte might be on the Necron.
Okay.
Or, excuse me, the Nighthaunt. I keep calling Nighthaunt Necron.
I mean, they're both undead.
So that's something that I wanted. I wanted, I like that we have this kind of industry that is, full of charming people. Let's use that word. But it is very unusual for a company to like let you know that, actually I made a mistake and you're gonna have to just pay for it anyway.
Yeah. Actually,
Well,
I know I told you this would be here last week, but like, just be cool about it and let me send it to you. You pay for it.
Yeah. That said, I now have 2 bottles of Molotov White primer because freaking Amazon can't get their shit together and send me the right product. So, and dude, they make you pay for it or send it back. To not get it sent back, I had to get in live chat and just type this really clinical message that said, I'm unwilling to send this bottle back to you because I don't work for you. You sent me a bottle of the wrong product. I did not pay for this. So imagine, I described it to the guys, like, imagine you just getting up right now, going to a desk and grabbing a stapler and putting my address on it and mailing it to me. I'm not sending it back to you, and I'm not paying for it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not working for you.
Yeah.
This is essentially what the company has done. They went into the warehouse. They said, well, we'll just send them anything, I guess. They sent me something. And now here it is. I'm not paying for it. And I'm not sending it back. I said, if you want to send someone to my apartment and knock on the door, I'll hand it to you. But I'm not doing work for you. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not driving. I'm not standing in line at a post office. I'm not doing any of this shit.
It's not like you ordered it by mistake.
I have to go to Whole Foods, fill out a paper, and send it back to them. That's how I have to do it. I'm not doing that. So, I don't know.
Polychrome, you say you're a tech bro, but I'm pretty sure you told me you worked on a large Hadron Collider, so that's like a different kind of tech
It's a
bro.
different kind of tech bro. I mean like a business tech bro. I mean a sales bro. Right.
Yeah, maybe sales bro is more what we're thinking.
That said, Games Workshop just raised prices without increasing pay to any of their employees.
So, shout out to Games Workshop.
Not a good look. Not a good look in 2024. Oh.
Hey.
Someone to get the memo. We're trying to have a society here, guys.
We live in a society, truly.
All right, let's see how important the piece is I just forgot to glue in between these two. You thought this would be the safest.
Oh, past life.
You thought this would be the safest place to put me, but turns out. Oh, we should close our poll.
Oh, yeah.
Let's close our poll. 1 more minute to run the poll.
If anyone wants to change their mind. Alright, so I gotta let these dry. I might join you for a little bit in building.
That'd be great, because I don't know what I'm doing.
We gotta build a whole army of these. gotta figure it out.
Well, hey, good news. 1 down, 39 to go.
Oh, great.
I built 1 in an hour.
Awesome.
So,
hey, that's good. I can give Meg the other Wilderfiend, because I think she wanted to paint one, right?
Oh, if you want Meg to paint a Wilderfiend, she'll definitely paint a Wilderfiend.
Paint and
well,
build
she's feeling a little stressed about stuff she's got to paint, though, I'll be honest.
Just try to get over it.
I know, right? Yeah, come on, Meg.
I'm just kidding.
First day in Warhammer, bro. Where is 75? I think it's just because she has a real job. She's always bragging about it, too.
I know.
Guys, I have a real job. I
can't do that.
I can't be
just this lording it over us.
I can't.
Because she's so. Her job is. Way cool.
I had this real job that I have to be at. I can't paint miniatures all day and paint miniatures for other people's armies.
Bragging.
I cannot.
Just bragging.
Just bragging. Cannot find.
Is it on a different sprue?
There's only 2. Well, I mean, no way. That's the cavalry. At some point, these things need to get boxed up, but split up and put in the separate boxes.
79?
No, 75.
Oh.
Wait, is that? No, there could not possibly.
Well, there's a 75 on here, but I'm guessing it's a difference. different thing.
Oh my god.
What is it?
It's a little tiny thing that I was supposed to put in between two things that I plastic glued. Each second that I can't find this,
Oh god. Oh god.
the likelihood of me prying this apart is worse, is harder and
Well,
harder.
part 75 has already been used, so. What is it? Is it a head?
No, it's like a little. I don't know what it is. It's a little thing.
Here, I guess we can show where we're at. I didn't show the previous 2 steps because it's just airbrushing. So right now I put a matte varnish. I know, mid paint matte varnish. This is because I'm going to add some skeleton horde. And, you know, we should probably do a video about this. Varnishes can work different ways with washes. If you go with, like, a gloss varnish, it's more likely to settle in recesses. If you do a matte varnish, it'll spread out more evenly.
Yeah.
So I actually find that using a matte varnish makes spreading contrast paints and washes a little bit easier. If you're trying to get an even spread over things like flat panels and stuff.
We should do a video on it because I think what's fascinating about it, I think everybody would want to see the YouTube channel that takes the sacrifice and shows the difference, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like do it on one model and then don't do it on the other?
Like a true... We're scientists here.
Like a true hobby hero.
Yeah. We're your hobby heroes. Not those people who are like...
Yeah, you don't need other heroes.
Yeah.
We're the heroes.
We're the only heroes.
We're the heroes. You don't need...
We don't
Doctors,
need people who... Nope.
you don't need that. Doctors, first responders.
Nope. We're it.
we're your
That's it, actually.
We're your heroes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll show people. I went with Immortan Joe head. Sorry, is this on auto?
Yeah, you know how to do it. Reach around and press the little button.
Okay, give the camera a reach around.
Yeah, you know you do your reach around's good. Up, you know where the little autofocus
Yeah,
button?
yeah.
No, that's not it. That's
No,
totally
we can
wrong.
go like this though. There.
Oh yeah, that works.
Yeah, I went with Immortan Joe head.
Oh yeah. This is the leader.
Yeah, this is the chieftain.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Dude, I had a guy, a Free Goat Cow head last night.
Uh-huh.
And the guy looks like if you've ever seen the original Stargate movie.
I have not.
He looks like the chief. It's like a 90s actor guy. You know in the 90s how
there's 2 actors?
No, well, 2 actors to play like an Arab person.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Like Arab
adjacent or adjacent.
chief man.
Okay.
Right? Or like Amon, like right? There's like a serious one, maybe Ben Kingsley, and then there's a goofy one for like a more funny movie or something. You know, in case you want to depict, you know, Islam in a certain comedic light. Anyway,
the 90s.
This guy, keep in mind, we're talking about the 90s here, not our personal opinions. This guy has the head of the actor you got to be like lighthearted. I think he's in The Mummy.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He's in The Mummy. He's like
He's the...
Rachel Weisz is like, at the start of The Mummy, Rachel Weisz, is it Rachel Weisz in The Mummy?
I think so.
Yeah. At the start
Holly
of The Mummy,
knows.
Rachel Weisz is like bad at everything.
Uh-huh.
Remember, she's like clumsy and stupid, kind of?
Yeah.
And then she has like a guy that is like, you're so clumsy and stupid. It's that guy. And then later, that plot point about Rachel Weisz being clumsy and stupid never comes up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chekhov's blanks.
Yeah. That's the it's that guy. I think it's that guy. Like I said, there's 2 of them. And I got it wrong yesterday because I was like, oh, I think he's in the movie Gladiator when Russell Crowe gets like sold to the first arena. Do you remember? And he's like in Spain or somewhere,
Yeah, he's
North
from
Africa. He's in like North Africa.
Uh-huh.
And he's like the guy's like, oh, you're good, Spaniard, but you're not that good, or whatever, right? When Russell Crowe's like, are you not entertained? And like throwing the sword at him. You know when he's in like have you seen Gladiator? I'm starting to think you haven't seen Gladiator.
I have seen Gladiator. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it yesterday though.
Well, that's too bad because I brought this. All right, wow, we have a pretty even split on the poll. So it looks like, not surprisingly, most people are going to Squad Marks.
That's smart.
Which actually didn't win, but because it's an affiliate of ours,
Yeah, they win.
They did win. Squad Marks has won the poll. Most people are getting their mother's squad marks. You should consider getting your mother's squad
probably
marks as well. And we can make that easy for you. Just go to the links below this video and click on squad marks. They've got squad marks. Their cornerstone product for which their company is named, Squad Marks. Get your squad marks at squadmarks.com. Follow the link below for squad marks. And also they have their dry palette, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
I guess I can't recommend Squad Marks neoprene AOS objective markers because they're about to be obsolete,
out of date,
which is a bummer.
So don't buy those.
Because I have a
or
lot.
do
because we have a lot of them.
All right, I don't know how I want to paint these horses.
The horses themselves.
Yeah, I might just leave them. I mean, who cares about these losers, right? Who cares? I might paint their hooves a little darker.
Well, if the rest is going to be bone.
So I think the cloth is going to be burgundy.
Okay.
So, like, yeah. So I'm going to paint the cloth right here burgundy. And then, like, they have, like, some, like, leather stuff. That'll be, like, black. And then their armor will be black. So, yeah, actually, I'm realizing, like, they're actually not going to have that much
paint on them at all?
Well, they're not going to have that much bone, right? So, like, looking at this guy, right? So...
I mean, your fades are good on the airbrush, so the horses...
Yeah, this looks
good.
Yeah,
I mean, you kind of like... That's the thing, right? When you airbrush something like a cavalry...
Yeah.
You sort of need to... I don't know. I sort of airbrush, like, what is going to be the most.
Yeah.
Like, I'm making an understanding that I'm not going to get away with, like, not doing a lot of brush work.
Yeah.
On cavalry. And so you kind of look at it and you go, like, what's going to make me... All I care about is what makes me do the least amount of brush work.
Yeah. So, I probably should have thought of that before I painted these.
Definitely.
So the horses are going to be white now.
You might want the... Well, actually, I think white for chaos horses is pretty cool.
Yeah, or they'll be this color.
Which is cool. Yeah.
I'm going to get a little gradient on their hooves. And then, yeah, so like the bone armored guy, I think their armor will be bone, but these guys' horses will be bone colored.
Okay.
So we're going to have a little bit different.
So the armor happens to be the exact same color as the horse fur?
Not exactly.
Okay, that's good. Because that would be weird.
Yeah. All right, so I'm making it like a little...
That would...
That's a bridge too far.
That's a bridge too far, and somebody in a painting competition would notice that. Like,
They'd be like, all right, you got to get out.
Is this talk to me about what's going on with the armor versus the... Hey,
say...
Cire, great job on the army. One question, though.
What the hell?
You're like, uh-oh. What's going on with the horse fur and the armor on the other guys?
And I say, what? Who the hell are you?
Yeah. What do you know horse?
What do you know, like fucking horse guy?
Are you a horse and armor guy?
What are you talking about?
I had a medieval farrier here amongst us.
Get out of my face. Yeah, so I think I'll do their armor panels. Maybe I'll just do metal, honestly. We're trying to save time here, right?
Cire, this is
have a billion.
This is your army. This is your Warhammer, Cire.
All right, so here's how we're figuring this army out in real time. All right.
Very much so.
All right. First of all, the army's twice as big as I thought it was.
At least twice as big.
All right. So all the leather's going to be black. All the leather is going to be black because that's what the bone armor guy is. He has black on him. The horses are going to be bone because he has bone armor.
First of all, the army's twice as big as I thought it was.
Yeah.
Just casually. Oh, I'm painting twice.
Yeah, turns out I'm actually painting way, way more. All the cloths are going to be burgundy. I am not non-metallic. You are crazy if you think I'm doing that.
Oh, you did unveil a secret for Meg, unlocked for Meg, which is that she wants to base her Lumineth like this. Like how you based your... How you based your horses and your armor on the other guy.
Oh, okay. So now everyone's gonna be wearing this.
So now every army's gonna be bone. Everything all over the place.
Look, we have one source for armor in the mortal realms. Actually, so no, their armor.
It's these horses.
Yeah, these horses. Yeah, they. Ugh. The horses. No, so their armor will be black, with blue highlights, because the bone armor on the other guy has black also. The horses will be bone colored. But I might put a different wash on them. The leather will also be black to save time. Skin color, we're going to do all contrast. Different contrast colors.
I like it.
Yeah. We figured it out, sort of. I'm going to look at what washes you have.
Yeah. You know they're on the third shelf down.
Okay. What color should the horses be?
I would have taken your phone though, of course, for a flashlight.
No, I'll just
to wing it.
Correct. Guess.
Standard glued on to model holding standard or separate?
How does it look? Let me see.
I mean, it probably could go either way. You could probably.
I just glue it on.
You could airbrush around, yeah.
Yeah.
Mold lines removed from standard or don't bother.
Listen, you better do it. They might be barbarians. We are not barbarians.
Yeah, and certainly they wouldn't have mold lines.
Yeah.
What is going on? Oh no, that's how it's supposed to look. Okay.
We don't want pink horses. Oh, that would be kind of cool.
I mean, honestly, it'd be kind of interesting. Like,
is there a gray?
Soulblight Gray, yes, actually, and I'm sorry, it's in two.
Oh my god!
It's over here where my Free Guild Calv are right now. Yeah, I use it for. I love Soulblight Gray for shading white.
Cool. So these horses are actually going to be gray. Oh wait, this is a shade. It's not a contrast.
It's a shade. It's not a contrast. The question was, is there a contrast gray? I don't know. I don't have it though. If there is one, I will say that.
I'm sure
I will say that.
We have Dreadful Visage, which is purple.
That could be cool. Wait, your horses?
So they're bone, but I want to give them a little. I want to.
Oh, you want to give them a little
bit of a
little
some.
Little some. That makes sense. Okay, 76, 78.
I also need just a regular gray, which I think I brought.
Yeah, I think for Mother's Day, I can't remember what I got my mom. I think I usually got my mom a plant. Or something like that. Maybe
nice.
Maybe cooked her a meal. My family was weirdly like not big Mother's or Father's Day people.
Oh, interesting. I mean, my family's not really either. All right, we're going wild here. I'm going to put a little bit of French Mirage blue. So the horses are going to be a little blue.
Oh, that's super cool. There is a blue type of horse. It's called a...
It's called a blue horse.
I think Appaloosa?
Oh, yeah.
It's a grayish blue?
Yeah, grayish blue. I kind of wanted to do these as like paint horses, but...
Paint?
Yeah. Have you know like a paint horse? Painted horse?
Painted horse, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do that up until the time where I messed up the airbrushing.
Yeah, it's like,
I had a really good idea, and I was thinking it looked really cool, and then I messed up the airbrushing here on my live stream in 8 minutes, and then that changed the entire army.
The entire trajectory. All right, here, let's see if I do the same thing. Can you switch to Lumex for me?
It's really funny. You are truly like a person who like you like more like elite armies, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I love horde armies, and so I care about all my little horde guys, even though they're gonna die.
Oh yeah. No,
that said, the two horde armies I play have a huge amount of ways to bring the models back. So Meg, I don't know what that math symbol means. ==. I'm not a math. I don't do like math stuff. I'm not
a math guy.
I don't know what that is. =/. So it's not. What color is that? What's the bluish like gray horse then, Meg?
Appaloosa is not necessarily blue.
Is that what that means?
Basically.
Is that what =/=?
It means doesn't actually equal.
Blue Roan is what you're looking for. Thanks. Is not equal to?
Yes.
Okay. More. Fine. Yeah. All right. I got the horse name wrong, but you are trying to make me do math on stream.
Oh yeah, this is kind of an interesting look. These are chaos horses. We don't have to abide by real horse law. Here's how we're going. We're going to stay out of focus is what we're going to do.
Wait, what color are you adding? Oh, the blue?
Yeah, French Mirage, just on the bottoms of the legs. Focus.
Oops, there's a big mole line I missed.
There it is. So we're going to go like that, and then I am still going to apply a gray wash over it. So, there we go.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Now my airbrush is sputtering, so this is like dangerous.
Oh, I like how they're standing.
How they're like, meh.
Yeah, they look really cool.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty neat. I really like their lore.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
I like that they're like, I don't really know what the Chaos Gods are, but I'm definitely going to give them a little bit of worship in return for some temporary power.
It feels very realistic.
Yeah.
I'm really into, like, it's something I've actually often said that I really admire about Games Workshop lore compared to, say, Star Wars. Mm-hmm. My gripe against Star Wars is kind of like, oh, bad guy's bad.
Yeah.
It's like, here's the hooded robe man running the
show.
the super evil empire. Oh, look, all their lasers and lightsabers are glowing red because they're evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their song sounds like a Nazi march.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's like too much sometimes. I like the way that GW is not subtle in other ways.
Yeah.
But I like GW is not subtle in ways that don't matter. They're subtle in like these goofy ways, like, hey, there'll be a million skulls everywhere all the time, right? They're subtle. They're not subtle in their design, but they're subtle in their storytelling. Yeah. And I really appreciate that. That's kind of my jam. So I like the way that they're like, they don't really know or care what or who the Chaos Gods are. You were telling me about this, like, but so do they know? Like, you said they have names for everybody, right?
So like they don't worship. Okay, so how do I put this? They don't even know. Most of them don't know Nurgle, Khorne, Tzeentch, Slaanesh. They have their own names for them. Like I think they have like the Blood Scorpion. Right.
What they call
Who
it,
you
Khorne.
imagine is like an aspect of Khorne, right? It's Khorne, or like the bloated whatever father or whatever.
Some of the names are super cool.
Yeah, or like the pale elk is I think Slaanesh, or I think is Tzeentch. Yeah. Okay. So like,
well, so that's cool. That probably means Tzeentch appeared to them in that form.
Yeah, or like it's that their understanding of it, right? Because they don't have perfect knowledge like a Chaos Warrior might, because a Chaos Warrior, you know, is devoted to, probably has like some formal amount of learning about the Chaos Gods, right? These are people who are like, look, I prayed to this thing and I got magic powers.
Right.
And I don't really want to do it anymore because it's dangerous, but I'll do it for survival.
Yeah, and a major theme also is that like they've been kind of they're generations in now at this point.
Yes.
From the creation of the mortal realms, and Sigmar, who is, let's face it, kind of the human god.
Yeah.
Has not really looked after them.
Correct.
And to be honest with you, this is very similar to Deepkin. Right?
Yeah.
Like Deepkin have pretty much been banished by elves.
Yeah.
Or by the elf pantheon. The only reason Deepkin are even in order is because they hate chaos so much. And, like, you know, it's not exactly exciting to join up with Nagash or Kragnos. Like,
we don't really fit in there either.
Right. So
honestly, I think they could have been an army of destruction.
Yeah, I mean, same with Sylvaneth and even Daughters, maybe, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of the Order armies are there because of a tenuous alliance with Sigmar because chaos sucks.
Not according to these people. We're like, yeah, it's kind of dope.
But these people, yeah. Oh, man, the Banner Bear chick is pretty cool. All right. The one thing I do like about the way they've been doing the kits, I guess you guys have noticed, is yes, they're less posable overall at their core, but they do still give them a lot of head and arm options and stuff.
And it's not impossible with a little bit of work to get them to...
That's correct, yeah.
All right, so here we go. I got the grays on. This French Mirage blue.
Yeah, pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I think I might go one more layer and do just a little bit of black on the tips.
Oh, look at this War Drummer. He's so cool.
Laying down a sick beat. clean out the airbrush. Maybe you can bring us back to front. This is not interesting. Nope.
That's the intro.
Hi, welcome to Hobby Collab.
That button's pretty close there. Should we talk about our other hobby barbarian
should.
things? Yeah, because we have a big fan segment.
Oh,
today,
yeah.
actually, yeah. Okay, back to this.
All right.
So we
The
left
rest of the
off
barbarian crap.
off with this picture of Timbit.
Timbit. Hey, Timbit. Shout out Timbit. I like your haircut.
That happened because that's what happens when you press. A lot of people don't know this. That's what happens when you press the intro button. It automatically then goes to the front screen. Okay.
That's Timbit when I said, hey, you should probably varnish that, buddy.
Yeah, that's his face.
That's his face.
Look at his helpers behind him. Like,
That's,
whoa, who's this guy
yeah.
think he is?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Timbit at Golden Demon.
All right, dirty brushes, air or hair. I had a story about this, but what made you put this on here?
I seen a dirty airbrush, and I don't mess with that. That's disgusting. How dare you?
I hate dirty airbrushes.
Yeah. Do better.
Yeah, I know. There's a guy local to the area who.
Do you have a black ink?
No.
Typical barbarian.
Yeah.
I'll just use Null Oil.
Do you want contrast Black Templar?
Do you have Black Legion?
I have Black Templar.
Sure. That'll work.
It's over by the Free Goat Calv box.
Oh my god. I'm just taking your whole...
I know. I'm going to go to Paint Free Goat Calv this weekend and be like, what is happening?
Where is everything?
Yeah, dirty airbrush is the worst. I try to clean brushes. I don't think I clean brushes as well as Megan would like me to. So I've stopped using the Artist Opus brushes that we ordered for each other because I don't think I'm keeping them clean enough for Meg. So and when I do use an Artist Opus brush now, I try to really make sure I get it nice and clean right afterwards. I think the big problem is that I pick up a brush, and I will mostly use one brush for one thing for a long time.
Right.
And I'll ride a brush into the ground. Right now, I'm riding one of these synthetic Chronicle RPG size 7.
Oh yeah, you're telling me that.
Into the ground, and I think it's pretty close to being done. But I've painted a lot with it, to be fair. And brushes don't last forever. Like they do get beaten up. But that's
one
different.
of life's hard lessons.
That's different than dirty, though, really, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Subotai is not an airbrush. Isn't a barbarian. I thought this guy was George Harrison.
You did.
For a quick second.
You did, yeah. It's not.
It's not.
Just a lot of people look like that back then.
In barbarian days or in the 60s?
In the 80s.
Oh, 80s, sorry. Or the 80s, yeah.
Well, I think in the 80s they made barbarians look like they were people from the 60s because it would have been like
long past.
It would have been like it would have been like Reagan era.
Like your long hair is disgusting.
Yeah, casting the 60s in this kind of light. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
That's Arnie.
I was telling you about this guy I know who I think he only really base coats. He's mostly a heresy player, and the heresy players like do a lot of base coating, and then they like do a ton of heavy weathering, right?
Yeah, that's the kind of the look.
The look. So I don't think he does like airbrushing a lot of faces or like small detail work with airbrush and stuff like that, but he would ride he would buy a Badger Patriot.
Oh my god, dude! Yes, you were telling me about
this. I think they were Patriots. They might have been something even less expensive. And a Patriot is like $70, $80 and can last forever. You could pass it on to your kids. It lasts forever.
Yeah.
There's no reason to ever not have it last forever. It's solid metal.
Yes, with like a very simple mechanism.
Right. But this guy would just didn't clean airbrushes, so he would just ride them into the absolute ground until like they couldn't put paint out anymore, and then he would just like, get a new one.
Can you believe that?
Wild.
You know, I don't want to clean it, so I'm just gonna buy a new one.
Yeah.
I don't know if that might be the opposite of a barbarian. That's like decadent.
It's a hedonite.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, barbarian would use all parts of the airbrush.
Yes.
A barbarian would at least scrap that airbrush for parts.
Yeah, for real.
Okay,
This is my favorite picture.
Yeah. Did I leave the?
Oh, Meg's.
Did I put? Yeah.
You put it back.
Meg is painting some stuff on the sprue for the first time, but I think it makes sense.
Yeah, the way Meg is doing is different. I'm still gonna call her a barbarian though.
Yeah. Meg is painting some skinks on the sprue, and the way she's doing it makes sense because they're slotted base.
Yeah.
And only the slot part touch. The old skink models, actually, Meg found the perfect model to paint on sprue.
Yeah.
Have you ever painted anything on sprue?
No, I'm not a barbarian.
I have.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have painted something on sprue before. Can I tell you what it was? It was pretty recent. Since
Oh my
you've known
God.
me. It's very recent.
Dear God. If it's not terrain, then you're a barbarian.
It's not terrain.
Oh my God.
It's Free Guild Steel Helms.
Why?
I painted their shields.
Okay.
The shields largely connected in very small little points, mostly in the bottom where the shield comes like a point down at the bottom.
Okay.
And what I did is because they were entirely airbrush and dry brush, not entirely, they had a little bit of brush work. But I did them all, and honestly, it took me like a month and a half to do 40 steel helms. I didn't paint any of their shields during that time, and then I did their shields in an afternoon.
Oh, okay.
And I think their shields, the shields are also people say faces and bases, what makes a model really wow, holy crap, now it looks good.
Yeah.
Shields are also up there, I've noticed.
Yeah, I think I've always heard faces, bases, weapons, and
Yeah.
I guess a shield is kind of in that realm.
Weapon for me, if it's a bolt, not really. If it's a bolter or a Chow pulse rifle, I haven't seen weapons really do it. Excuse me, folks. I have. Oh yeah, it's looking great. He almost has because he has a skull on his face.
Skull on his face or base?
Face.
It's a half skull.
A half skull. Okay, I was I'm sure he's got a skull on his base, but actually he doesn't.
All right. Yeah, painting models on sprue, barbarian mentality.
Yeah, the way Meg's doing is good.
Maybe I'll show a picture of it because the way Meg is doing it is not barbaric. It's actually just
and
genius.
Not going to be around much longer either because slotted bases are.
Where are they?
Over here above the white box, I think. Seraphon? Is that them?
They're not on here.
Is that Lizardmen?
Oh, they're right here. All right, this is how Meg's doing it. I approve of this. Look, you know why? Because you can actually clean it. You can clean the models. That's the other thing. If you paint on sprue, you can't clean the connections and mold lines. So that's a double barbarian already.
Right. So what I did with the shields... Yeah, that's perfect.
I approve of this.
Yeah, what I did with the shields is I think I used a nice pair of clippers. I think it was single edge. I think that was before I broke my god hands. Clipped them off there at the bottom.
Oh, here, let me show you.
And I did go back with primer and do a little dab.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing. The shields required, after the airbrush, they required an edge. They're like metal.
Oh,
and so
they're like these ones, kind of, right?
No.
If you look at the back of them,
Oh.
if the back is wood.
Oh yeah, maybe, yeah.
Here, I'll show people where we're at with these. We're not finished with the barbarian stuff yet, but I figured people might want to see this.
Yeah, it's a cool look for the horses.
Yeah, there we go. It's like their legs and hooves are got this like blue-gray, black look going on. And then I'm going to put a little bit of shade on them.
I did all the horses for my Doomfire Warlocks the same.
Yeah. Oh, with a little gradient down to their feet?
No, sorry. I all 10 horses are the same.
Oh, okay.
But for the Free Guild Cavaliers, they're all different. And it kind of makes sense, lore-wise, because that's just how they're.
That's just how they roll.
Yeah, well, they're all different knights from different houses,
yeah.
And they come together and fight as a unit for war. Whereas, these guys are raising horses, probably.
Yeah.
Right? I guess they could still be different, but it works, is the point.
Yeah, it works. They're slightly chaotic still.
Yeah.
They got their weird chaos horses.
Yeah, I've seen people paint bases on a sprue, too. But again, they connected it by the rim, and that was the first time I ever saw it. It was just... thinking about my next move here. When I stand up, this could be on my shirt.
No, it's right here.
Oh, good call. Okay, but that's why I was thinking about my move. I was like, anything's possible right now. If you weren't here and had spot that, and this was like not on stream, I might have sat here for
3 hours,
45 minutes figuring out what I was gonna do.
It's just frozen. All right, do we have one more? No, 2 more.
No, we have more. Wait, hold on. I want to ask. So you've never tried any sprue painting?
When I first started, I thought it might be easier. And in a way, it is.
But it comes with its own.
But it comes with a price.
You pay for it down the road.
It's very much like Darkoath.
Yeah.
There's you get a benefit, but there is a price to pay.
Yeah.
So.
All right, here we go. Okay, this is the first one right out of the gate. I had just taken Megan to the airport. I left the door unlocked for her. You came in. I came in, and you were like, hey, I got a segment idea. And this is the first one you said to me right out of the gate, and I was sold on the idea because of this one. This is wild. This is one I've never heard of.
I've seen it in person. I've seen it. It's terrible.
There's a number of reasons this is...
I would rather you come burn my village down. This
is maybe the worst one. So let me... where have you seen this? Tell me, like, what happened?
When I was first getting into the hobby, I had a friend.
Okay.
And...
Hopefully you're not friends with
this
him
was
anymore.
not...
No, I'm just kidding.
So I was like, okay, it's because he's new.
Yeah.
Right? No. He's been building Gundam models for years. He had plastic paint.
Oh my god.
He had plastic paint on hand.
God. There's okay.
Yes, this is Elmer's glue. Sorry.
Thank God thank God that we have bullied these people enough on this channel that there's no Gunpla people in the chat right now. But if there was, I'm sure one of them would tell you why.
They thought.
No, why that this is actually with Gunpla you need to do it because blah 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 in the model.
They use plastic glue though.
Well, yeah, but sometimes you gotta use this because the plastic is so special that right like. Meanwhile,
is that what they all talk like?
Yeah. Meanwhile, us over here with our Cinepla.
Yeah,
are just using plastic glue.
Our Warpla.
Yeah, there's so many reasons this would be wrong. One, first of all, PVA glue, freaking amazing product.
Good, it's good.
PVA glue.
Don't put your models together.
So many good uses for PVA glue with hobby stuff. Example, like here's a weird use of PVA glue. Like if there's some kind of crap in the bottom of this or whatever, and you're like trying to like save these or whatever, and you happen to have some watered down PVA glue, you just add it in there, let it dry, peel the whole thing out, super clean. It's weird. You can clean things oddly with it. You can like. It's great for terrain. It's great for pink foam. Honestly, dude, I had like a Gorilla construction glue that I used to use for pink foam, and I realized that just PVA glue pretty much is
good
fine.
Enough. PVA glue is like solid. It's actually quite good, especially if you get like real, not like watered down kids glue, but like real PVA glue. Quite good.
Yeah.
Don't use it for your models.
Yeah. So
it runs. It takes forever to dry.
Those are my two big ones. And when it runs, it creates texture.
Yeah.
It creates a presence. Like super glue when it runs, you might get that frosting effect if you're unlucky. Plastic glue could cause problems when it runs, but if it's not too much, it's not a problem. But it's a big deal.
PVA glue takes forever to dry. It runs, and it's not strong with plastic. Those models fell apart.
So when I use on pink foam, it's like 2 pieces of pink foam with lots of surface area getting stuck together. But to put like this guy's drumstick on his hand.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No thanks. That's wild.
And I purposely chose this like almost Chad meme face for the. Because if you, oh my god. All right, what's our last one?
Okay, last one is.
We just wanted to use this picture.
Yeah, but moldy, mildewy wet palette is pretty.
I use wood glue and or hot glue for my. Okay, bases is fine. Bases is fine.
Well, there's a problem with hot glue is. Not,
I don't know about hot glue.
Hot glue is not appropriate for anything.
Hot glue is like weird for those DIY projects.
I don't understand the reasoning for hot glues existing. It's like, hey, want to buy special products, run out when you go to use it 6 months later, or have the wrong size, and then like have stuff stick together in a freaking stringy, webby mess, and then once it dries into a solid object with no adhesion, have everything break apart. Is that what you would like to have happen? Because then here's the product for you. Like if we took these two things right here and hot glue them together. Are these yours?
Yes.
Oh, nice. You get some Pro Acrylic?
I bought them a while ago.
Okay. You glue these two Pro Acrylic bottles together. It would create this solid layer of, I'm going to say, glue at first that turns to unadhesive rubber. And then one day you would easily just be able to go like this and it would cool.
Yeah, I mean, PVA glue, I mean, I use PVA glue for bases, right? PVA glue, and then you dip it in your base, or you've used PVA glue for, I used it on this, actually.
PVA?
Yeah. I don't know if anyone's seen this. Has anyone seen this yet? Go watch our shorts if you haven't seen this yet.
Oh, he's on a short. He's on a short, yeah.
We haven't done the full video yet. This is basically paper mache. This is a Varangard, actually, believe it or not. I used PVA glue over cloth to do this.
Yeah, PVA glue is great for this.
Yeah, PVA glue is great for this, but I didn't assemble the model with PVA glue. So, good for paper mache.
So, yeah, wet palette. Back to wet palette. How do you surrender? Well, first of all, you do use a wet palette. How do you keep your wet palette from getting moldy?
I wash it. I wash the sponge.
How with what? How?
Just degrease
Apparently,
it.
you're not supposed to use alcohol.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did that and destroyed it.
Yeah, I've done that same.
Yeah, I just use like dish detergent.
Dish detergent. Okay. I've honestly found my favorite way to, and this is very easy to do in California, especially South Bay down here. I found the best way to keep it clean is to basically kill all the mold and mildew by just drying it out.
Yeah.
So pretty much I take it out, I set it out on the patio. At like 11 a.m. I go out there at like 1 p.m. and it's a shriveled up, especially during the summer. It's like a dried up husk. So Meg, I can empty your palette. I'll remember. No, I'm gonna empty your palette. I don't want mold. There's this other thing you can do. You have to be kind of careful with it. If you use too much, it'll screw up your paint, and I imagine also destroy your sponge. But I did kind of find out that if you put a dropper, if you're okay with this smell near you while you're painting instead, you put it like a small drop or two of
apple cider vinegar.
Apple cider vinegar. Yeah. Apple cider vinegar is antifungal.
Yeah.
So
theoretically should.
Theoretically should, and I've noticed it has helped. The downside is then you're sitting there painting and keep getting like whiffs of vinegar.
And you're like, oh, what is that?
And it's like kind of its own issue. I'm not sure I love it. Wow, there's some cool heads for the drummer.
Just dish detergent. That's what I do.
Just detergent.
Just clean it and dry it.
We did it.
We did it. Yeah. What level barbarian are y'all?
Yeah. How many? I found myself defending some of these. I'll be honest, more than I thought I would.
All right. I'm just doing here. You want to give me the Lumex real quick?
Yeah.
So I'm experimenting. Look, this is live army experimentation. I'm putting this gray.
Yeah. What do you think?
I like it. I'm gonna wait for it to dry, but I think it's good. I think I'll probably do this. And I did it on the leader, so if I don't like it, he'll be the only one, and he'll stand out a little bit. Right, so he's got a little gray going on.
Oh man, this guy's such a good punk drummer head.
Perfect. Okay. Then we have fan stuff in a couple minutes.
Yeah, we do have some good fan stuff. We have a lot of fan stuff.
A lot of fan stuff, yeah. We got to make up for...
Now, when you airbrush these guys, what are you going to airbrush them? Are you going to airbrush them their skin color? Are you going to airbrush them... These guys are...
No, I'm going to...
Frick, these guys are a mess to paint.
I'm going to do them probably mostly white. I'll probably do them like this, honestly. I don't know how much...
So they'll be the same color as the horses?
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see.
That'd be cool.
Well, so the skin is... I'm going to use contrast on all of them. So, everyone's going to contrast paint for skin.
Okay.
So, I might do them black and then a pink zenithal, like a light pink zenithal. And then put the contrast paint over that.
Oh, so you're going to get different skin tones, kind of like we did with the ghouls?
Yeah.
But you're going to get the different skin tones through Contrast, or are they all going to be?
Yeah, through contrast, through heavier use of contrast.
Are you doing a diverse group of barbarians?
Yes, we're doing straight 80s style.
Straight 80s style, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wait, that just means white guys and black guys, and like 2 Asian guys out of 40.
Yeah. Well,
you can do.
We'll do a little more.
You can do a Latino, I guess, or
Yeah.
2. Yeah, but mostly just white and black guys for the 80s. We've talked about this.
Yeah, we
before,
have
didn't
talked
we?
about this. Are these multicultural
80s
gangs?
multicultural in the U.S. Yeah, multicultural gangs, usually just white and black guys. Yeah. Oh, gangs? Yeah, no Asian guys in a gang in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
Well, unless it was
Unless it was
Asian,
unless it was an Asian.
and they were
gang
like
of Asian.
they were doing like an
Kung
insane
fu.
amount of karate. Yeah, then it would be okay.
I'll just go watch Conan and see what I can glean
There's
from the movie.
no Asian guys in Conan. Yeah, no, they were like no,
not allowed.
not allowed. Oh yeah, Siege Roots has got it. One Asian guy played by a white guy. You can do that.
Oh, there we go. How are we gonna do that with contrast paint?
Oh, we should release the tutorial. We should release the tutorial. Skin tone.
Skin tone. White guy playing Asian guy.
Oh my god, we get a lot of clicks, but boy,
Yeah.
would it be
Yeah.
not great overall
No.
for us.
If anyone,
It's another Darkoath.
yeah,
It's another Darkoath. Get those clicks, but it comes with a price.
it comes with a price.
Oh my god.
This is my oath.
This is.
to the,
We'll
to the,
tell
to the
everyone.
algorithm. Yeah.
We'll tell everyone it was Siege Roots.
Yeah, I'll say
idea.
Siege Roots, and we'll
Siege
put his
Roots
address.
Yeah, Siege Roots wanted to see this.
Siege Roots wanted to say,
He
hey,
wants
look.
to do a whole army of this.
Yeah.
I like Chaos, but I want to tone up the karate. God. All right, arm 5'9". Oh my god.
That sounds perfect. Actually, that's a good skit. Okay. So it didn't seem to do much. I'm gonna wait for this to dry. But so here he is, out of focus. He's a little more gray. I'm gonna do the manes and what do you call it? The tails black.
Yeah.
So like
I've been doing black horse tails. It's fun.
It's just a little more gray.
I've actually been liking Black Templar for that.
Oh yeah, actually yeah, that might be a good time saving measure.
Yeah, like I would take like what I did is I took the color.
Yeah.
And I took like 1 or 2 highlights up with a dry brush, and then I put Black Templar over it. It's pretty good.
I think I'm gonna put the Black Templar and then I'm gonna dry brush with the dark blue.
Oh yeah, that's probably gonna be better.
All right.
If you want to be all
Better.
If you want to be all better.
Question: should I use Black Templar or Black Legion? I guess Black Legion is
What's
another.
the difference?
So Black Legion is another contrast paint, but it's like black. It's almost like I don't see why you would use it as a contrast paint. It's so dark.
Black Templar has a little bit. It's like slightly cool black, right?
Black Templar has a little bit of green in it.
Green in it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not as strong. In fact, I'll use a little bit right now on this.
Wow. I've had some kits recently of GW where I felt like it was getting easier to hunt down sprues or bits, pieces on a sprue.
This is not one of them.
This is not one of them, man. It is time consuming. This has become, I think, the most time consuming part of the new style of kits.
Building? Yeah, building takes me a long time.
Well, it's hunting for sprues.
Oh yeah, hunting.
It has become insane.
All right, I might have to do part of this off camera because I need to like get kind of precise.
So you're not hunting for sprues, but
you're hunting on the sprue.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Jesus.
All right, so I'm gonna grab a small brush.
Fan stuff, yeah.
Let me just do this real quick. Let me get in this.
I'm excited. I'm gonna end up having to put 3 of these together for you.
Oh, thank you.
Including, I think the leader. I don't think the leader has a lot going on for, I want to say him.
That's the complaint I've had. I've not a complaint.
That
but
makes him look like the leader.
Yeah, it's like there's just not much to differentiate. So people were saying like you should use the extra heads from the champion. No, not the champion, the Darkoath chieftain, because it comes with 3 head options.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't. But you could also not have this person be the leader.
Yeah,
and just
exactly.
make one of the other ones the leader.
Yeah, I mean,
we
have 40 of them, so.
His pose is leader-esque. He's like, everyone run that way and attack. But, like, there's nothing really going on with him that makes him seem like he's
special.
Meanwhile, there's this head down here that I cannot wait to figure out where it goes. I think it's a lady. Mm-hmm. Like, this head, how cool is her?
Oh, yeah, she's good.
Yeah.
That seems like banner... Not the banner bearer?
That's not the banner bearer. No, it wasn't a banner bearer. The banner bearer is a woman, but this wasn't one of her head options.
Okay. Can you go front? So yeah, this is obviously we have to wait for this to dry. Not front Lumex.
Front Lumex?
Yeah, front Lumex. As opposed to back Lumex.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is more or less we're going to go. Obviously, I still need to do the main, but we got fan stuff to do, so I'm not going to get to it today.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did it in real time.
It's looking good, dude.
Yeah.
And you're ultimately going to have 10 of these guys?
Yes.
Or 20?
No, 10. 10.
Wow, the Darkoath box is actually a really good deal.
Oh
it's a lot of painting, but it's a good deal.
And it's a whole 500 points.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think this is 500 points. It's 80, 160.
It's the dude, these 5,
160.
20, no.
It's like 480.
Okay. And the Fiend.
Yeah, it's like 470.
Okay.
All right. Here, you want to see how big these horses are? Let's compare them to a Varangard.
Yeah. This will be cool. And a knight. Grab a knight, too.
Okay. All right. Here's our little... I need to put some autofocus. Oh, that was almost a disaster. He almost went right in the paint. Okay, we're gonna focus there. All right. There's a Fell Rider. Here is a Varangard.
I mean, makes sense.
Yeah, Varangard are actually gigantic. I'm not gonna do a video for this guy, but this is Sigmar Varangard.
Oh, Fallen Stormcast, yeah.
He watched the trailer for 4th edition. Sigmar lied. I'm out of here.
I would say
Chaos.
I would say we should do a short or two about him so people are like, since we've done shaving off the whenever we change a model for a short,
yeah,
we always inevitably there's a group of people who degrade Cire's existence.
Oh yes.
By asking why would you even do that?
Yes.
So that way you could get people going.
Why don't you just play Stormcast?
Well, yeah. Why don't you just play an entire? Why didn't you just buy all the Stormcast models, not play Chaos, play Stormcast, play all your whole army Stormcast models? Because this one guy you did.
Yeah.
What's the point?
People are geniuses. Here's a regular standard Chaos Knight versus a Fell Rider. So
I feel like
there you can see like, okay, these are actually pretty small horses.
I feel like for showman purposes, you should have done the other way, Cire. You should have done this one first, and then be like, now look what happens when it's a Varangard.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Is that an optical illusion? Whichever one's closer looks bigger.
Yes, that's yeah.
Actually, I don't think whichever one's closer.
Look how tiny this
is. Actually, I don't think whichever one's closer looks bigger is an optical illusion.
No, I think that's just perspective.
I like, they've done this with the Chosen, and they've done it with this guy, where they give the drummer a sword, so you're like, oh, well, yeah, he can fight, of course, if he needs to.
Yeah.
They don't do that with everybody.
No, yeah, they make the Darkoath seem very practical in their approach to warfare.
Some models, it's like, I just brought a horn to battle.
Where's your spear?
What do you mean? I got
a fucking horn.
This is a sousaphone. This is a two-handed instrument. What do you
can't just
start stabbing people. That's what you guys are for.
Wait till I hit him with a do 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 do. I'm like, oh wow, we should stop.
Okay, let's do fan stuff because we've got a lot. I think I have all the fan stuff memorized too.
Oh, good.
Well, maybe not. This is Soy Swimmer. I know this one.
Oh.
Looks cool.
Looks
this
great.
is an old prosecutor. You can probably pick these up for the cheap right now. I think this is an old prosecutor. This is one of the model. They showed the new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are good. I like it. Like your scheme looks very angelic.
Yeah, it's looking good. So
Just Jupiter, you're never getting your Darkoath box.
Who?
Just Jupiter. He waited. He ordered it with a mate to order it. You're never getting Darkoath.
Oh yeah. Have fun with that.
All right, what's next?
What's next? Yeah. Sorry, I forgot we can't just sit on source servers. Yeah. Knight of Azeros. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. This is Chef.
Great and clean one.
Chef, you have this in finished. I haven't. I think he still has to do the base, but yeah, it's looking good.
Yes.
Yeah,
I appreciate that you went with this head. I like this head a lot.
This is the derpier head, but I like it too.
I'm glad you went with it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is nice. He's been cranking out a ton of Nurgle.
Yeah.
This one doesn't have the blue he's been doing,
Yeah.
but I still like it. Filippo finally finished his Usharon.
Shoran. Amazing, as usual.
We've been digging the like blue color he's got on the skin.
Yeah, and like kind of dead.
Like a lot of these models, lots of pictures of this. I'd recommend checking it out on our Discord because the cape looks super cool.
Yeah, I can see it just from here. Yeah. That super like deep red. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. So really nice. Next we've got why am I trying to like pretend like I have all these memorized?
S.
Boris? Maybe? Let me see.
That's the Barbarians folder.
This is James Earl Jones.
Sorry, we got to go to our list of people.
Yeah, we've got this, guys. We can.
Anyway, nice stealth suits.
They are nice. I love they've had more of their they've had more of their stuff up, but I really enjoy the oh my god, where is this?
I like that. So something interesting about purple and red is that they make each other like really pop with each other.
I love purple and red together.
Yeah.
And then the little thing of blue is right. It's Siege Roots. This is Siege
yeah.
Roots.
I was like S. Like starts with an S.
Yeah. This is Siege Roots. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the like reddish, black, purple thing.
Yeah.
With the little spots of blue.
Yeah.
This is a cool look. I want to see. I'm wondering if he's doing all of his. I can't remember if he's doing all of his Tau like this or if it's just the stealth that are getting this. Like,
this
extra.
must be a pain to paint though. Painting all that red
into the
recess washes.
Yeah.
Looks good though.
Yeah,
gives it a nice like glowing, almost Tron look.
I think he called that out. Yeah.
Soups
is paying something a little different.
I'm digging this unicorn.
Yeah. This was fabrics. He was using. I think he was using this model for some of the fabrics class with Devin.
Cool.
Yeah.
Appreciate. Hey, look, his table's not wet.
Yeah, a nice dry table.
Must have been the dry staining.
There's a couple pictures of this from different angles. Looks great. This is very fun.
It's a good model.
Rudy Picardo.
Rudy.
Dipping in with some terrain, as usual.
Oh, very nice. Like the fan. What is that from? What is it? Is this?
Actually, I don't know where the fan is from, because I know where most of this is from.
Yeah. Yeah, Rudy, where are these, excuse me, coffee's running off. Where are these like industrial fan things from? They look really good. It almost looks like a
computer fan?
Yeah, like a computer fan.
Maybe.
Cool.
Does Rudy do like computer stuff?
He's in IT.
Yeah, so maybe.
Rudy, are you stealing these from the government?
Yeah.
To build terrain?
All right, we had a new person dip in. This was I can't remember their name.
It's third party.
This was Beans for Life.
Oh, Beans for Life.
What is this model?
That's a Zinch Demon Prince.
Zinch Demon Prince. Okay.
Yes. So this is well, not necessarily a 40k variant, but it looks. I'm pretty sure it's a 40k variant because it has the weapon on the left hand, and it has the wings that are not wings. It's like a jetpack, power pack type thing.
Oh, it checks out.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks great.
Welcome Beans for Life if you are
Here.
you're in our Discord. If you're watching the stream or you watch it later, cool to see you. We look forward to seeing more of your army.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to know, is this Zinch?
Yeah.
It's the undivided head.
It's under my head. Yeah, is it like 1,000 Suns?
Could be Night Lords, actually.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Okay. Next, we've got.
Hey, thanks, Rudy. Thank you, Rudy Picardo, for the gifted hobby collab.
Yeah,
membership.
Rudy.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Rudy.
as always. Hope things
Yeah,
are
and just Jupiter was letting us know that it's a third party.
third party. Okay. Okay, this is Polly. Did a speed paint. Polly had a few things up in the past week. And he probably wishes that I picked something else since this was a speed paint, but it looked amazing for a speed paint.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. I don't know. Nick had just done a speed paint too. Speed paint's kind of fun. Have you ever done like a speed paint competition?
Not a competition, no.
They do them. They have one at a Kubicon that Meg and I did last year. Weirdly fun.
Yeah, it's like you have, what, an hour? Less than an hour to paint?
Yeah, it's less than an hour. They give you kind of the basic paints, and that's it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
that
kind of
sounds
fun.
good.
Bryce, we know this guy.
Hey, Bryce. I'm sad we didn't get our picture together at Maelstrom Mixer.
Yeah.
Because we both have yellow and black armies.
Oh, right.
So
What is this guy? Do you know what this thing's name is?
that's a Tyrannid.
I know it's a Tyrannid. What Tyrannid do we know?
A
knows.
yellow one.
Yellow Tyrannid.
It's probably Neurolictor or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Whoa, what
we
is
know
this?
this guy. Cody.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Look at the sword.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's right.
Dude, look at the whole thing. What are you talking about? Look at the sword. Look at
the whole thing. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. He was specifically putting a lot of work into the sword. I think he was kind of saying like he was just trying random stuff for the sword. Like he was curious, like, could I just pick these colors and these are the colors and will it work?
Oh.
And it's kind of funny. You can kind of do that with, like, if you do a good job with your non-metal metallic sword, you can kind of like pick whatever colors you want.
Honestly,
just go for
it's
it.
just about ratios of light and dark. Rudy Picardo, thank you again.
Yeah.
Thanks for the shout on the fan stuff segment. More hobby supplies for the HC team this weekend. Oh, thank you. Cire the fans are from Warlayer. Okay. You can say that. He just took these from these from N6 and was like, I'm just gonna take these fans. And
Yeah. He took them from computers that had been recently decommissioned and were made in 1996.
yes. So the most most up to date computers the Navy has.
This is Rashawn. I'll say, because I chat with Rashawn a lot, he did not get the best picture here of these. But the sheer scale of what he's cranking out for his 40k Orcs army is great.
Dude, some old school Orcs.
He
he
loves that. He loves the old. He's like a Brett at heart.
He's Bret Hart, the wrestler.
He is Bret Hart.
Yeah. Rudy Picardo is actually Bret Hart.
No, Rashawn.
Oh, Roshan, sorry.
Yeah.
Rashawn.
Rudy's more like a
Macho Man, Randy Savage.
I don't know. I don't know wrestling well enough. Liberty, help me out. Who's Rudy Picardo like in WWE?
Hey, Mysterio.
Yeah, he's a lot. He had like 5 or 6 pictures of these, all with like, he sculpts all of his stuff. He used a lot of old school models and just goofy stuff. Rashawn is got like a whole workshop and is just cranking out stuff.
Yeah, these are great.
Nice work, Rashawn. This
is
Yusuf.
Yusuf, yeah.
Yeah.
With his Nurgle Varangard.
He, I think, he had another picture of this guy's shield separate. He painted it separately, and it looked really cool. But I thought this was the better picture. Just showing a shield is fine, but then it's kind of like, so here is his Nurgle Varangard.
Yeah, so I think so. Yusuf was actually the one who like turned me on to the idea of like aligning each of the Varangard to a Chaos God.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think that's also what he's doing, because he's shown a corn one, right?
I think yes.
So,
Yeah.
Sweet.
Last but not least, here's Timbit.
Who we showed earlier.
Yeah, who we showed earlier. You saw a picture of him earlier.
So, yeah.
His full barbarian regalia.
So, he's doing a little painting at the tribe today.
Yeah. Timbit is, after doing well with Aslan, he's taking like, he's like one of those like artist guys who's like now just off in the ivory tower painting real paintings. So
he's ascended.
Yeah. This is just what he's up to now. There's like a couple that he posted.
Yeah, he's great.
He's doing these quick too, I think, because like he posted one and like 2 or 3 days later he posted another one. So he's doing these pretty quick, and they are adorable.
It's a lovely barbarian village.
It looks like it's like a book he's got of them or something.
It looks like it.
Cool. Hey,
Thank
we had a stream.
We did.
We did it. We did all the things. Thank you, Rudy. Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you, everybody.
Everyone.
Who helped,
Swung by.
helped out, and thank you everybody who watched and swung by. Tomorrow we have an AOS game for members. If you're a new member, check it out. Wednesday,
Potentially.
it looks like we're not sure. It looks like we might have a guest on.
Yes.
Who's been on the stream before.
Yes.
He's a lovable character. And we might be painting a game that we have never addressed on this channel.
Oh, no.
Model-wise. We've talked about it a lot.
Oh,
but
really?
we have never painted any of it. So
I don't know what this is. I have no idea.
You do.
Okay.
Well, you when I say it, you're like, oh, okay.
Is it Star Wars?
No, it's not Star Wars. But we are gonna do, actually, we will be doing Star Wars later this month.
Oh, wow, okay.
Actually, a little bit of Star Wars stuff.
Did Bridger talk us into this?
No, Angela
Oh,
from
right,
Hobby
right.
Night wanted to do some. So, and Megan picked up a Star Wars box
fun.
as her prize from I forget what box it was.
Maelstrom.
But
Oh, yeah.
from Maelstrom Mixer. Sire, anything else?
No.
No, I think.
Oh, wait, we are doing the watch-along stream on Thursday.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Thursday. Yeah, this upcoming week's going to be a little bit of a weird schedule after Wednesday. Thursday, we're doing the watch-along stream.
Yes.
It's like an AOS only 2-hour thing,
Yeah.
so we're going to do that. Saturday, we are leaning towards doing the watch-along stream there as well,
Yes.
which conflicts with our AOS time.
Yeah.
So we may not have an AOS game on Saturday. We think that, we know the edition's winding down and people are always excited about the new stuff. So even though that stream technically won't have any AOS
It's
on
40K.
it, it's 40K.
We're 40K.
We're a hobby
people.
channel,
Yeah,
so yeah, we
40K
like
stuff.
40K. So we should do that. So a little bit different schedule this week. We'll keep you updated
Yeah.
as the week goes on. But I think that's it. I think we did it. Folks, like to say, be kind to each other, be kind to yourselves, and always be creating.
Bye.
Bye.